First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake. Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete to open things up.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. First down, Mayfield. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Oh, nice move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mayfield off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on a young season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. 21.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins able to get him for a loss of about 3. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching to 5.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He gets this one to Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss this right side to Mack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this out past the 20-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30.
They run. Chubb powers by at the 40.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. This is caught. It's Boyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Finding Herndon here on the completion. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Rolling to his right. And Ebron's got it. Touchdown, Lions. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Mayfield on 1st down.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out.
Blankenship's kick is good.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the 2nd half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some 1st downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here now the punter Martin booming this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a walls. And got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
For Mecole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Garoppolo now. Flushed out right. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
It was Jamel Dean who brought him down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Johnson going to get the handoff.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
On first down, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Lions, 26 yards.
They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Ravens 31, Lions 7. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
2nd down and 8.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
13.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Caught outright by Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And now Garoppolo lost the football, but I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Garoppolo.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Throwing, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And down to the 7-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
A handoff to Johnson on the option. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll run it with Mack. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marlon Mack taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. Flushed out right. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense